So, welcome back to another stream video. I'm John, and this afternoon I've got a regular at the moment, and there's also fan Andy. Andy, how are we doing, mate?
All right, John, thank you. You well?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just lost a bit of weight, and I'm down to 15.2, 15.3, and I'm really enjoying it. I've been good during the week. I can have a treat on the weekend, sort of thing. So, Chinese tonight, and just see how it goes. So,
that's good.
So how's things with you and your family?
Yeah, they're all well. They're all well, mate. Yeah, thank goodness, all doing well. It's all building up for exciting tonight for everything.
Sure. Absolutely fantastic. Well, thanks for coming on short notice because it's great to catch up with you again, and I'm looking well as usual. So, and guys, if you like the video, could you please, you know the crack here. I'd like to explain to you. Just like, subscribe, and also leave a comments sections down below. Any questions for Andy about European football, European Euro 2020, then please fire away and go for that. He's got no hesitation answering your questions. So, I mean, we're going to talk about tonight's game between England and Ukraine. I mean, England not playing the best for the other teams, but we're getting there. And Ukraine, I mean, they are playing candy football, and did what they have to do. Tonight it's going to be at Rome in Italy, and that should be a cracking game. And everyone's saying that England's going to win that neat like sort of thing, and I have to agree with that. And what's your take on it, Andy?
I'm taking it as an England victory, John. I think that we should shine tonight. I think depending, obviously, their mindset as well. But I'm hoping. I've heard that I don't think Saka or Grealish are in the starting lineup. That's what someone's mentioned about it. But whatever team, I think we should be too strong for the Ukrainians. I mean, they've got a few. Couple of Premiership players. They've got the chap from Man City, haven't they? But I just we should be too much for them, really. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's three players I'll be worried about to Ukraine and eat like Kanasi Yamachenko, Yamachuk, and there's a guy watching Serie A regularly called Rusian Malinowski, and he is absolutely brilliant. You should be getting. He's 29 now, and he's got a lovely left foot on him, sort of thing. If you get the ball away to him and he gets a clear sight, he'll hit him with his left foot. And normally, I've seen the scores, and some of the scores for Atalanta's been absolutely fantastic. So, and apart from that, I've got nothing to worry about the neat like with England. I agree with you. I'm expecting an England win that neat like because we're in a position now. If you look at the route to the final, it looks straightforward. I mean, we beat Ukraine and neat. Then we could play Denmark or coming 1-0 up against Czech Republic. And it's in our hands, really.
No better time than this competition at the moment. I think we got a very good pathway now. We beat Ukraine tonight. Then obviously it's either Denmark or Czech Republic. I think I've as I was saying to you before, I have predicted there would be an England-Italy final. Let's hope so. Although Denmark will probably have a lot to say about that, but I just think that it would be nice for an England-Italy final.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, Denmark's really, really well at the minute, and I mean, if you're going to write Denmark off, do so up your pedal. They're still in this competition. They would have won it for Christian Eriksen, and the player I like for Denmark, and there's a couple I like for Denmark, and that's Damsgaard as well, plays in Sampdoria, and I like Delaney in midfield, and
is it Dolberg?
Dolberg, yeah, from Spurs.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
I know, I knew I mentioned that name, but you could do with him in your midfield because he is good.
Yeah. I think we could do with anyway our midfield to play alongside. You're talking about Arsenal, obviously, aren't you? Yeah. We could do with them. It will come though, but he's a very good player. Very good player. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I think the tournament's been good. There's been some good games. There've been some terrific games. I thought the other night with there was one after the other. There was some really good games, wasn't there? The French, was it?
Yeah.
It was ding dong, wasn't it? It really was. Really was great. There was some great football. And it's just been enjoyable. It's nice, obviously, we keep saying it's nice to see supporters back in the ground as well.
I totally agree. I mean, the fans is important in football these days when the timing is right and they can let certain people sort of enter the club and do stadiums and that. And it'd be nice to get a full stadium at some stage, gradually, not all in one hit, but gradually, if you see what I mean. But we get the fans back. Amazing.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot. There won't be a lot of support in the stadium tonight. But yeah, I because I think they're not allowed, are they? We won't have many supporters in there. Listen, we'll have to do it without the supporters. That's the way it's going to be. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, John. Hopefully, it should be good.
It should be a cracking game. I think England will add 50,000 there and eat like in Rome. I can guarantee you that. And 50,000 fans in Rome.
You reckon the supporters will actually be around the city then?
Yeah, I think England fans would have brought down 50,000 if fans were allowed in.
Oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, without doubt, it would have been hordes of them. Yeah, without doubt. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, I still can't get my head. Yeah, obviously it's the way it is, but with when you see supporters in the other stadiums, there's masses of them, and then I don't really know, but that's the way it's done, isn't it?
I totally agree. For safety reasons, sort of, and this is the thing, right? I mean, you go to a place like South Africa for the rugby, right, and for the British Lions and that, there's no fans out of the stadium during grade 4 lockdown. Now, if it's in the grade 4 lockdown in this country, right, they take no notice. They still be working. There'll be people going to schools. Yeah. They wouldn't even listen to us. You know what I mean? I think we got it wrong in this country, but we got our country back.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, is it? Really, it's very strange how it's all being done. And we're the most advanced with all the vaccines as well, and yet we're struggling to be allowed to do things. But I don't know.
Absolutely. Totally agree. You're right. So back to the England game. I mean, who would you like to see play tonight? Would you go for a back 3 or would you go for a back 4?
No, I'll stick with the same. I think he's got to stick with the same formation in defence. I think Pickford's been outstanding. I think he really has. He's played terrific. So I'll definitely, obviously, keep him in goal anyway. Listen, Maguire was very good, but he's on a booking. You just got to go for it. I don't think we can worry about bookings. It is what it is, isn't it? You stick with your strongest team. The midfield, I clearly would like to see Grealish in there. I think everyone does, but I don't really know why I'm not too sure whether he's injured or. So yeah, I suppose they play Mount in the midfield with Rice and who's the other midfielder we got? Mount, Rice, Phillips. Yeah, I think we've got to go for the same. We've got to go for the same team in Kane, Sterling, and who we got up front? Kane, Sterling. Who's the other chap we play up front?
Sterling.
I'll be all for Foden playing, definitely. But no, it wasn't Kane, Sterling. Can't think of the other chap, but
Sancho.
Yeah. I think that's strong enough to beat this team.
Yeah, I think so.
I would have thought so. I mean, listen, they're going to be. It won't be a walkover. It'll be, they're a tough team, they're a tough nut to crack. But I think we should win it.
Yeah, I'll go for 2-0 tonight for England, but we're gonna have to be patient, I mean,
I think it will be. Yeah, it'd be a patient game. I think it'd be one of those. It'd be nice to strike early and get, obviously to strike early, but I think it will be one of those nights where we're, 1-2 goals maybe. Yeah.
Calm the nerves down as well, and that's what you need to do. I mean, for me, would I go for a back 3 or go for a back 4? For me, I'll go for a back 4. And because I feel you need to go for it tonight, I'll go for 4-2-3-1 and then save the back 3 for the semi-finals against Denmark sort of thing and match them up sort of thing like we did. So I'll go for back 4. I mean, like you said about the bookings as well. You just got to carry on, just carry on as it is. If you're going to get booked, you're going to get booked and miss the game, don't you? Sort of thing. That's a chance you have to take. And they're professional footballers sort of thing. They know what's needed to meet, but I'll definitely go with Pickford. I'll go with Trippier. I'll go with Luke Shaw. I'll go with Harry Maguire. And go with John Stones. I'll go with Phillips and Rice in midfield. I'll make one change. I'll probably go with Sancho Grealish.
Well, that was the other chap. Yeah, it was Sancho. Yeah. They're saying that he's gonna step in, and he hasn't. To be fair, he's probably going to be quite hopefully fittest out of everyone because he hasn't played. So it's quite a good shout, I think, bringing him in. Yeah,
definitely. So get him in, and with Sterling. Yeah. Do we really need Sterling tonight? I think we do need to have Sterling because
he's scored every goal for us. He's been amazing, Sterling. You can't, I just think he's, I think he needs to put a little bit of respect on his name a little bit with Sterling. I think a lot of people, don't give him credit. A lot of people, they say he gets the ball and he doesn't know what to do with it and he just runs and just walks into blank spaces. But I think he's a great player. He takes people away from Kane. He's very clever. He's a clever footballer. I'd love him at Arsenal. I'd like him at Arsenal. But I think he's a great player. Very good player.
I think he's a decent player. I mean, for me, is he world class? That's who you need to decide. But for me, I think he's a damn good player. Without the scores, we'd probably be out of the competition by now. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He did a mistake against Germany, which nearly cost us a goal. But at the end of the day, he's a decent player.
Yeah. That was head in hands material. That when he was through Muller, I must admit that was very. That wasn't pleasant at all.
No.
But it's written in the stars, wasn't it? When he missed that, Muller, I think that was nice to see. Yeah. I think everyone was just saying that's in.
Definitely, that was Ganabi. Let's put it this way: if it was Ganabi or Klinsmann in the DS, that would have been the back of the net. No question about that.
Yeah, no, I think anyone with an eye for goal would have put that in the back of the net.
Exactly. They wouldn't even think twice about it. Got a few comments anyway at the minute, sort of thing. Please keep those questions coming in and do subscribe and like, and also come on our chat. So I got Lewis, your son. Yes, Andy.
He's watching it with all his. He's watching it with. They're all watching it with their. They're all together watching the game tonight.
Fantastic. Where they're watching it, though? Where they're going to watch it?
They're just watching. Yeah, they're all around some friend's house, so they're all going to be together, hopefully behaving themselves.
Let's hope so. But let's hope so.
Yeah.
And I've got Avi as well. Avi, hope you're okay. Andy, what's your opinion on the Denmark goal that just happened?
Great header, Avi. Great header. What more can you say? It's a very strong header, and he was pretty much unmarked though. So yeah. From what I can, it was a great goal. Great goal.
Definitely. This is Newcastle related as well from Ryan. After actually came out, he wants out. But my fear is with the Premier delaying Newcastle will go down. Well, I don't know if you've seen this, Andy, with Mike Ashley. He's calling out the Premier League and to say, look, that's it. We're going to go for it now. We want you to come out public, make arbitration public as well, not private, because those days are long gone. And the Premier League are just keep hiding and coming out not being scared. They want this in private, yeah? So Newcastle, right, send a statement and come out and say that, look, what's going on? We need to know where's going to take over, it's going to happen or not. Is arbitration going to happen? Or you're going to sell out of court. But for me, I'm just so sick and fed up about this now, Andy. I really am. And it needs to come out. They need transparency. We need to come out and say, look, all I'm saying is, right, we need a takeover. And if the Premier League's going to delay stuff all the time, then surely the arbitration's going to come out and say, look, you've got 7 days to sort yourself out. If you don't, pass the takeover.
It needs to put a time limit on it, really, doesn't it? It needs to say, right, we need to get this sorted once and for all, because it's not fair on you guys. It's just it's dragging, isn't it? And it's that's the pain for everyone, isn't it, with all this? But yeah, it does need sorting ASAP.
I know, because the end of the year, we're in limbo at the minute. It's July, we're in limbo in a minute, and we're just not getting anyone through the door. And unfortunately, something needs to happen. I think the Premier League now are just trying to wind us up. I've just sent a letter to Tracy Crouch as well. She's a Spurs fan and she's a Conservative. And I sent a letter, got a stand letter back, and hopefully she'll look into it and take it seriously. And also, I just sent a letter to my local MP, Chris Skidmore, and he's Conservative, and he said, I'm still waiting for him and see what he has to say. We come on top.
Yeah. Is there quite? I mean, imagine there's a large amount of people that are protesting with regards to this.
Yeah.
Are you in? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, you do protest, but it's just in different groups. You got like the consortium group, you got the time change group, you've got NCSL, different groups. It should be on one, Andy. It should be all in one,
Yeah.
right?
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
go from there. And if you're going to do a protest, we're not very good at protesting, Andy. We're not very good at it now. So if it happened in Italy, I tell you something now, this would not have lasted 18 months. It would have lasted 8 weeks at the
Yeah.
most. The fans are so passionate and they need sort of route, and they will have to listen to the fans. But the Premier League now are so far up their arse, it's unbelievable. Richard Masters, right, he's come out and he said that he would love to have it public, right? But now he wants it private. And I'll tell you something now, right? I mean, we as fans have had enough. I mean, it's like your club.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's gone very
I mean,
quiet with us, though, John. I think it's well, suddenly, because there seems to be a little bit of money floating around with Arsenal, and obviously, you know, there's names being floated around. I think supporters are sort of, and the worst thing is that they bring new kits out as well. So that entices the football supporter to go out and buy the kits, and you know, they're very clever at manipulating these guys. They love it. They know that the football supporters, we're weak. You know, we're weak as fans, and they know that you dice the carrot in front of their face and say, look, it's new kits. We're going to be spending 200 million on players, and that's where they worm you in.
yeah,
That's the problem.
And no wonder you lost 10,000 season ticket holders as well, sort of thing. And if this carries on, there'll be loads more going to lose it. Do you know what I mean? Crazy, man.
No, definitely. No, definitely.
Hey, to my guy, PD Proudlock. Hope you're right, Pete. And Tina England, looking forward to the live watch along to our niece. Yeah, I'll be there. If you send us a link, I'll be there, my guy. And so check out his channel. Absolutely amazing. He's so passionate and he just loves to tune all ends up, and he does meet up with big players as well. I got Annabelle as well, Everton fan. Annabelle, hope you're okay. And I hope good luck with Rafa Benitez, and let's hope he does well for news. And talking of Rafa Benitez, I mean, Everton, I mean, the fans just having a right go of saying that they do not want this guy. Can I just say something to Everton fans, right? Look after Rafa, let him do his job, right? He's a world-class manager and he'll do good things for you. But putting out in his statements and threats, words, and outsiders who's it's not right.
No, listen, he's a great manager. I said to you, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago, we said about Rafael Benitez. I think he's a proven manager. He's a good manager. And I think, listen, it's difficult, rivalry aside, you know, obviously there's a lot of Evertonians and, you know, Liverpool sports that are very mixed up with all this. But I think, you know, once the season kicks off and they start producing the goods, I think they'll all be forgotten with the rivalry. And you know, it depends how it all goes for him. Listen, if it all backfires and he doesn't have a good start, supporters get on his back, you know how it is. And that's generally how it works. But no, good luck to Rafa. I think he's a great manager. I think he's proven ability. So
he still
don't worry. Yeah, definitely.
And the thing is, like, he was kind of rural. The job's right on his doorstep. It's right from us to tell him, look, Rafa, there's a job close to your home. Take the job, right? Don't wait for Newcastle, sort of thing. And then he goes and takes it. Listen, Rafa, if you're listening to it, good luck to you. Annabelle, I hope you look after Rafa Benitez. He'll do good things for you. And while you're on here, Annabelle, what do you think of Rafa Benitez coming to your club? Are you happy with him? Or you give him time? Or has he split the fans? Or has he got to hit the ground running? So let us know, Annabelle. So, yeah, I mean, just Arsenal, your team. What's going on with your team, man?
Yeah, well, no, we're working on signings. So word has it, we're getting a few. Lokonga, who's Anderlecht, is meant to be. Well, he's recommended by Thierry Henry. Henry's recommended him. He's in the Belgium under 23s, or he's one of the reserves. He's in the Anderlecht team. He's meant to be a very good player. Looks like he's going to be coming. They've got this Nuno Tevez. Apparently, he's pretty much signed up. He's going for the young, exciting, hopefully, players that trying to bring them in. Listen, they're not big names, but obviously Ben White, I don't know what's happening. I'm still very upset that Saliba's not getting his chance. I think he's going out on loan, isn't he, John? I think he's off to Marseille, which pretty much means I don't think he's got a future at Arsenal, which is a shame because Arteta is obviously doesn't like him, and it's very strange. That's the whole thing. Who else we got? We got there's talk about what's his name, Sanchez, the Portuguese player.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, listen, it could. I think it's going to be quite exciting after Euros. It's all going to start happening. It may even happen for you boys. You never know.
So we get a takeover first. For me, that's all I want to concentrate. Get a takeover first, and then we see what happens in the new season. But one thing I will say, if we don't get a takeover for the new season, then we're going to go in with the same players, minus Joe Willock's scores, right? And Callum Wilson's going to be feeding off scraps today. Our midfield is an absolute joke. Got John Joe Shelby. He's yesterday's man. I mean, the reason Steve was won't drop him because he's scared to do so, right? Jeff Hendrick, sorry, ain't good enough. Miguel Almiron, I'm sorry, he has to play in a 4-2-3. And this formation does not suit him at all whatsoever. It just does not.
Willock's come back now, hasn't he? Yeah, he's finished his loan. I don't know what happened with Willock. I wonder what that would be and whether he'd go back to Newcastle for again. I don't know. Who knows? It's all sort of hit and miss at the moment to see what he's got for plans. But I do like Willock, but whether he fits into the system that Arteta wants to play, I don't know. Obviously, he's got his views of what he wants to play.
I think it's going to be it's going to be a big season for Arteta this season, a massive season. You look at the fixtures you've got, your fixtures, wow, absolute top. You got Brentford away first, and then I think Liverpool at home.
Oh, 2-0, John. 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 Denmark. Yeah. Sorry.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
2-0. That's game over.
Pretty much, yeah. I can't see them coming back from that. But
can't see it.
Very good team, Denmark. They're playing as a unit. All these teams. There's no big names in that team. They all play together and they play as a unit, as a team, and that's one thing that over the years England have never done. They've had individuals, but have never played as a squad, as a team. Work together, and that's what's a little bit exciting now. I think we're a bit more. Sorry, John.
Exactly. Agree, and that's why Denmark are everyone's second favourite team at this moment in time, according to the fans, and quite rightly so. And perhaps you might get a couple of Danish players like Damsgaard is a class player. Him, Damsgaard.
Yeah. Listen, they've got some decent players. Listen, Højbjerg is a decent player. He's a decent midfielder. I know he plays for that lot down the road, but he said, sometimes you've got to be open minded with a lot of these things, and
sorry about that. Just on the thing there. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're just no stars. I totally agree with you, that sort of thing. It's all about work as a unit. Work as a unit. I understand each other. You win games, but England are two individuals for me.
That's always been the problem with England. Yeah. Hopefully they're coming more as they're playing. Listen, they've been together enough for a lot of these players. Under 23s, they played under 23s, and Southgate's been the manager. At the moment, I can't. He's been calling the shots, Southgate, and he's done well. You can't knock him at the moment for the way he's selecting and how he's playing the game, and that's it. You want victories in tournaments, and that's all that matters.
That's very true. Win games, you win the tournament. You only got to win 7 games to win the tournament. That's all you need to do. Simple as that.
You don't need to be the best and the most best looking team, who plays the most attractive football. It's nice if you can, but if you win your games, no matter how it is, because Italy throughout the years have always been known for getting through the tournament and just winning games, nothing amazing. And then, so they're and that's how they've done it through the years. I mean, Chiellini and Bonucci are phenomenal, those two blokes. Absolute class. You sit and you watch them, how they are. It reminds me like if you're in a gladiator ring and they'll be the last man standing, they're phenomenal how they play. Both of them, they read each other and how they play the game. Great players, great players.
Absolutely, 69 years combined. That is a lot of age, that, and they know what they're doing. They still both play for Juventus as well, and they're going to be starting next season. They'll be starting next season under Allegri. Let's put it that way, because I can see Juve win the title back. I think they will.
Yeah, Allegri. Yeah, I forgot he's gone there, isn't he now? Yeah,
gone back on a 4-year contract as well.
Tell
you what, he's going to create that midfield, because that midfield last season looked an absolute mess. I'm telling you. I'm not going to slag off McKenzie, the American. I think he's done okay. Bentancur hardly played games last season as well, and that's the problem, you know.
Ramsey's always playing, mate.
I like Kulusevski, the Swede lad, but I just don't think he's ready for Juventus yet. But next season, he's got to hit it off as well. Chiesa, he's on a 2-year loan deal from Fiorentina as well. So,
No, I mean, listen. Clearly, you watch a lot. I watch the occasional Italian football, but you know, I know they've been struggling. Juve with generally, but every team has to go through a purple patch to build themselves back up to, you know, hopefully what they were. So yeah, and it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, always, you know, they're exactly the same. You know, not been good at all, but you know, it takes a little while and they get back to what they were doing before.
Yeah, absolutely right. And, the reason they got Champions League, if Napoli would have beat Hellas Verona, Juve would not have been in the top 4. Napoli would have been, but they only drew once each, and that kept Juve in the top 4, and that was that. Atalanta, what a team! What a team!
Out of nowhere,
And any young players on the Italian league join Atalanta, they are a fantastic team to develop for a couple of years, and then they sell them for profits as well. They don't spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? The signings they've made, they've got it absolutely spot on. They don't spend millions, but they just spend on the right character sort of thing as well.
Have they got a good youth system then?
Oh, Atalanta's got a brilliant youth system. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've not been to the stadium, and that's a shock, but I need to go to the stadium next season if I'm allowed to go. And that's where I would go to Atalanta. I must do Verona again. I must do Torino. Just going to the games, the matches, the stadiums I haven't been. And I think it's good to see clubs like Salernitana, which is space 7. It's 40-minute train ride from Napoli, Naples, and that. Glad they're up, but they need to get their ownership sorted out very, very quickly, because Lito, it's got 2 clubs. He also owns Lazio as well as Salernitana. He cannot have 2 clubs in Serie A. He has to get rid, and I believe he's going to get rid of Salernitana. And I think someone must have came in and bought it, but I don't know what's going on at that club. I really don't.
What about I just suddenly thought another person that's a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen, because I think it's going to go to Juve, is Locatelli.
Class that. I mean, he cost £12 million for Sassuolo for Milan a couple of years, and I think Milan fans are really peeved off about that, because they think he is the next best thing, but he couldn't get in front of Gersi as well, and Tonoli as well.
He didn't play yesterday either, did he? Locatelli was on I presume he's one of the subs.
Bench.
Yeah.
£40 million is rated, right, for Sassuolo, and I like the guy. I mean, he's an all-action midfield. He can tackle, he can shoot, he can pass. The guy, when he played for Sassuolo, they play a 4-3-3 or sometimes 4-2-3-1. No, actually, 4-2-3-1. Sorry, under De Zerbi, who's just moved on to Shakhtar Donetsk, which is a shame. He got a new coach from Empoli, Diomisi, whatever his name is. I'll find it out, but he definitely came to Empoli sort of thing. So see how he does. He got Empoli promoted as Serie B champions last season, and he's moved to Sassuolo. Now, if he can bring that football back the way De Zerbi played, I think it'd be a big hit, because Sassuolo do play free-flowing attacking football, and they could be the team to watch. And
I think the word has it, we're waiting in the wings, but I think he'll end up going to Juve, won't he, Locatelli?
I think he will. If he's going to go, I think he's stopping Italy. But I mean, Arsenal wants him, Man City wants him, but I think it ended up going to Juve because I think Allegri could be the pulling power there. He definitely wants him, and he wants to get that midfield started due to, because last season, like I said, that midfield was a big problem. And
yeah.
he needs to fix that up. Defense are fine. The midfield needs sorting. Cristiano Ronaldo, is he going to be there next season? I'm not so sure, but Diabala will be there next season. Definitely. And but Cuadrado, who's playing right side midfield, plays the right back. I think he's been one of the better players in a poor season for me.
Yeah, I know. Definitely by what you're saying, yeah. But yeah, they say that Juve are struggling for money. I think they're in massive debts, and that's the only thing that may sway it. If Arsenal offering whatever money they're offering and Juve can't match it depends on him, doesn't it? Really, if he wants to go, it's part of their childhood thing, isn't it, to go to Juventus?
Absolutely. Can't tell you at all whatsoever. And also, I don't know if you watched my channel last week. I spoke to a German fan, German journalist.
Yeah, I watched a little bit. Well, I put in the thing, didn't I? I was saying, don't be too upset if you're losing it. It worked out.
Yes, he did.
He did.
I remember that. And he made an absolute good point, right? He said that Jack Grealish is not worth £100 million. And I could kind of understand why. I can't understand this point, because what you have to ask yourself is, what has Jack Grealish won, right? What has he won? Has he won a trophy? Has he been a world champion? No, he hasn't. But where's £100 million come from? The same with Ben White. What has he won?
It's just figures that are plucked out from an open space. I don't know where they get the valuations of these footballers. I really don't. I mean, it's, as you say, none of them have won anything. They're all potentially good players. You know, Grealish is a lovely footballer to watch. Ben White, I've seen bits of him, and he looks controlled. He looks a decent footballer, but not 50 million. I mean, 80 to 100 million for Grealish. It's mad. The whole thing has just gone crazy. And until people put a stance out saying, no, we're not paying this sort of money, it's just going to continue. It's crazy.
Unbelievable. I just can't believe I'm hearing, man. It's going to come to a point that football's just going to burst. I mean, this is why you're supposed to get in the debt. How can you justify that? 100 million for Grealish. You've got
it's mad. It really is mad. Even Maddison, they're asking, I think, 50, 60 million for him.
Ridiculous, man.
But I suppose, he's won a bit more, isn't he, Maddison? He's won the Premiership, I suppose, but still, I suppose a bit more than Grealish. But it's mad, John. The whole system is it will explode. It's got to somewhere along the line.
I know, and I can see why Mike Ashley didn't spend that sort of money at all whatsoever. He's just shaking his head now, but it's all about him. And people say that he's young because they're young and they're English. I don't like people come out to say young and they're English. I don't. It's like saying Dybala, like young, he's Argentinian. It's like saying about Locatelli, because he's young, he's Italian, sort of. You know what I mean?
But it's the market value, isn't it? Market value is they're young players, they're young, exciting players. So I suppose clubs think upon it as an investment. Say, look, if you want this player, he's got a 3-year contract. As for us, if you want him, that's the amount you've got to pay for him. That's the way it works, I suppose. The contracts, these contracts don't mean anything. All the contracts are is a signed piece of paper for their value of the player when they want to sell him on. It's crazy. It really is.
Investment. That's all it protecting the player.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I've got Leila as well. Hope you're okay. Denmark are class.
Yeah. Can't fault with that.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I mean, Denmark's been very impressive, sort of thing. They work hard for one of each other. I think they're fun to watch. And no stars.
Yeah, they play well. They're a good footballing side. Yeah, and that's good. I've never liked his dad, but I think Schmeichel's a great goalkeeper. He's very. I mean, he's kept that squad together as well after what happened with Eriksen. I think He's a great goalkeeper, Schmeichel. Very good. Unfortunately, just
Totally.
like his dad.
Totally agree. So I've got to ask you this question as well. We see some cracking goals in Euros, and name me your 3 best goals. I'm going to put you to the test.
I think, Joe, what I think that obviously the one where with the goalkeeper was lobbed. That's still one of my favourites. Early stars. I like what's the name's goal last night for the Italians. The one he curled it into the corner. Yeah, what a great goal. There's been so many, John.
You got Pogba as well against Switzerland.
Yeah, Pogba's was a great goal. Yeah, that's probably up with it. Yeah.
You got Ronaldo as well from a German corner, and they broke away and scored from it.
Yeah. I'd say I think my choice would be the Pogba and the lob. And who scored the lob? Was it for the
Cheek?
Yeah. There's been some cracking goals.
Yeah.
The problem is they all sort of mingles in together after a while, unless you can just remember them individually. But they're the standout goals. I'd say they've been phenomenal.
Wow, I tell you what, as well, the Yamachenko score was good.
What for the Ukraine?
Yeah.
What's that? The Man City player?
No, plays West Ham.
Oh right, so the Man City goals was good as well the other night.
Zinchenko
as well.
Lovely move.
Yeah, that was a great goal as well. Yeah,
it was.
I just think it's amazing. A lot of these defenders, that they, not like the old days where they come forward and they got some shot at them. Some of these blokes, they're just, they're phenomenal to watch them. That's why I'd like to see more of someone like Trippier to give it a go and Walker to shoot a bit more, because I think Trippier's got it in him, but they seem to they don't seem to do it a lot, do they? They always seem to be a bit hesitant with it. I'd like to see him, give it a bit more. Because they both, both got good shots in them, so I'd like to see more of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just believe in yourself. We've got some players who can do it. Declan Rice, I've seen him take a couple of shots as well, and Calvin Phillips as well. Have a go, believe in yourself. You know what I mean? But Gareth Southgate's got to let him off the leash. He has to do that. Let the players know what to do best, and if they don't let him off the leash, you're not going to see their true value of a player. Do you know what I mean? And
exactly. They're always holding back, aren't they?
Holding them back. It's like watching Italian sort of thing way back in the 90s, just passing it Irish all the time. And now levels above England a minute. It's like, you know what I mean? I do want England. Is it going to come home? Do you think it's going to come home?
I'd like to say it will. Yeah, I think it will. Yeah. I'm feeling fairly confident. As I say, I'm plucking for an England-Italy final, and I think we're scraping it. I just think, listen, if we win tonight, we play looking like Denmark. It won't be easy, but I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
Let's hope so. Fingers crossed
there. Yeah.
And one of them, like I said, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a cracking game. And
hopefully.
Let's hope Ukraine first, and then let's take one game at a time. I think as well. I mean, the referees as well. I mean, I don't talk about referees a lot. They've been pretty good, haven't they?
Yeah, they have been good. Even our lot have been half decent.
Yeah.
No, they have been good. The referees, they've let most games flow, haven't they? They've been pretty good. Yeah, there's no sort of stop-start and handing out. When they need to. I think they've given out cards when they've had to. But it's been good. Refereeing has been good.
I believe so.
And not much VAR either.
Not at all. I mean, it's been quite on the VAR stuff, hasn't it? Sort of thing, But not much. I think it's brilliant. But the one that I don't agree with when they flag for offside very, very late, sort of thing. And
and then the decision, because it is very strange how the ref doesn't blow up. The flag goes up, but the ref waits, doesn't he, for like a couple of seconds? It's very strange the system how it works, but Listen, it'd be nice in the Premiership if we can try and calm down on VAR, because I think it's ruining our game.
Absolutely. I look at your fixtures again, sort of thing as well. You got Man City and Liverpool, haven't you, in those top 4 games? And oh man, that's not going to be easy. That's not the fixtures you want, man.
Well, if we're going to play them at all, John, we play them early, because they're going to have a lot of players that are still going to be recuperating from maybe the Euros, maybe from, I think, there's never a good time to play Man City, is it really? But I think, early doors, I think it's good for us as well. I think, they're not easy fixtures, but you're going to have to play them sometime during the course of the season. So let's get them over and done with. When do we play Newcastle?
I don't know. I mean, October time.
Yeah.
It's definitely October, I think. I've got the fixtures on before at the minute, like, but I think I don't know if I deleted it off though. I think it's in October.
October, is it?
Yeah, October time. November. But you'll beat us anyway, Andy. You'll beat us anyway.
Is that at St James's?
No, Emirates.
I was going to say, because it'll be, if it's in St James's in October, it won't be very warm there, will it?
Nah, not for us.
not up in the tune.
No, definitely not. It was level 7 sort of thing. Nah, you're right. But our last 4 games, I think our last 4 games is Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and Burnley.
Ooh, that's a nice little ending for you.
Yeah, 12 points, no problem.
Ashley will be out by then anyway, by the last 4 games. Ashley will be out. You have your new owners, that'll be it, you'll be flying.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're putting pressure on now. The fans putting pressure on the Premier League, and we're writing to local MPs, and we're writing to other people as well, sort of thing, to help us to find out what's going on, because they need to know that something needs to happen very, very quickly. Just got a quick tweet. GB News from Karen are actually listening to us on Tuesday. She has planned a phone call with a North East reporter who will put it out nationally. Now, that is true. That is fantastic work for Karen. I've got to clap to Karen as well. Karen, if you're watching my channel, fantastic. Well done to you. What do you make of that?
What was that? Sorry, John, I missed it. What's happened?
I'll read it again. Well, according to GB News, right, I don't know where they are exactly based, but GB News are apparently a tweet from Karen Jogi, right? I just tweeted about her earlier on, and she said that GP News are actually listening to us on Tuesday. She has a planned phone call, right? And with any reporter, North East reporter, I don't know what that person's name is, and she said that he will put it out nationally. So she's going to have a speak to a North East reporter. She's going to put it out nationally. So if that's true, that's fantastic. I've just retweeted that.
Yeah, social media for you.
It certainly is. I mean, sometimes social media can be a bit over the top, OTT. But listen, at the end of the day, social media wins the day. And
that's when, it can be not very pleasant at times, but it's also, it gets things out there that need to be, I suppose, doesn't it?
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the fans, you need to listen to the fans. The fans are the backbone and the bedrock of the club. Without the fans, they are absolutely not. And the Premier League, we have to understand. The Premier League, right, you need to listen, right, and just say, right, you know what? Let's go public. The fans want to go public, we'll go public, right? Because I'll tell you something now, if it goes private, I'll be very worried unless we win the arbitration. I do not trust this arbitrator because he works with the Premier League. And that is true, but I'm sorry. We're at work, we're in Nick DeMarco, we're tapping to the cleaners, I'm telling you. I don't know if you heard of him, Nick DeMarco.
Name does ring a bell, yeah. Isn't he one of the, is he a lawyer or something?
Yeah, sports lawyer.
Yeah.
Looks after the clubs as well. He won with Sheffield Wednesday, got half the points back. So he took them the football leader court from that. He won that, and let's hope he does the same to the Premier League. But the Premier League are taking a risk here because their reputation is on the line. That is why Richard Masters didn't want to pass their off an arbitration. They walked away from it. So they told us fans to do our bit. We've done our bit. And then all of a sudden, it's back on again. They never left. They never left the table. I'm telling you.
No.
But I will say, if they walk away, if we lose arbitration, then our football club will be dead. Our football club will be dead. It will be a dead club, I'm telling you. We end up being relegated that very same season because St. Maximan will not be playing for Newcastle. He'll be on it. He's made it clear. He does not want to play in a team that fights relegation every season.
That's the thing, isn't it? A lot of players will get disheartened by what's going on if there's not movement. Listen, they're staying in the Premiership, then players will hope they will stay, but it depends how far it goes, how far you drop. That's always the problem, isn't it? You sink or swim, really.
I know. I just do not. I just think Ashley's going to do a fire sale if we lose the arbitration. I'm worried about that club as well. He's going to sell in Amiron, Wilson, Longstaff's got 12 months left on his contract, and someone ain't right there at the club, basically. And like Carroll and Gill, we have got really, technically, take those top players away from Newcastle, we have got a championship team.
Yeah, I think generally there's a lot of players that are sort of that are holding the club together, aren't they? Really, it's tough times, really. It's not easy. Yeah, there are a lot of players in there that once they've gone, then it'll be make or break.
Correct. Absolutely. And I just fear for the worst. I fear the worst. I really, really do. Yeah. And be on for 48 minutes as well. Going to try and wrap it up, sort of thing. So, where are you going to watch the match tonight?
I don't know yet. Either at home, maybe with the missus. I don't know. She suddenly got into likes all the Championship football, or we may see if we can get into one of the local bars just around where we are. But it's all it's very touch and go. We can get into a lot of places. So we'll see, John. Wherever it is, hopefully we see a victory.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, and what are you going for tonight? What's your prediction tonight?
What prediction? I think we're saying 2-1. I think it'll be either 2-0 or 2-1, John.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0. We haven't conceded yet, but at the end of the day, I'm not very good at predictions these days, but I'm saying 2-0 to England, and we're going to progress in the semi-finals. So I hope take on Denmark. It's still 2-0 to the Danes, and it's going to be a test for us. And I've got my green screen, but I still got to fix it up for it yet, sort of thing. So I'm definitely going to get that green screen.
Okay.
For the stream, so it looks flipping heavy than it looked. But one thing I will say, I'm going to start using that really soon and going to enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it should do. Yeah, no, to enjoy it, especially when you want to have it up when we lift the trophy.
Oh yes, definitely. That'll be the first bit I do as well. So yeah, that'll be either England lifting the trophy or Italy lifting the trophy. But
I
hope it's going to be 2-2. If they do play, it's 2-2 penalties.
Don't want penalties.
Nah, I
really don't want penalties. I just don't feel confident with England with penalties. Mind you, we can't be any worse than what the penalties yesterday. They were atrocious, weren't they?
You got top quality player.
2-1, John. 2-1.
That's 2-1. Not good. Spanish 2-1. They got one back.
2-1, yeah.
Game on. I tell you what, this game is absolutely lit. Absolutely lit. Yeah. What a game, yeah. And it's still time as well.
I think that was an own goal. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No. That was a great goal. It's all to play for.
All play for, you never know. So, back in game. Let's hope we get some exciting tonight as well. So, let's hope things will be great. And just to let you know about Sophie as well, she's just got a tweet off Alex Scott. I don't know if you've
I
seen
know. I
this.
think I saw something on Twitter. She was quite happy about it. Yeah, no, it's excellent. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, like, she's got a comedy channel soon, like, you know what I mean? Where she's taking time off from it, I don't know. But if you look, do watching Sophie, please, you got a comedy channel, let us know, and I'll get you back on straight away. She's been on it twice, and yeah, she's amazing as well. So
no, she's done well. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no, I did see her. She was celebrating getting a tweet from Alex Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If I asked for it, I probably won't get it. These stars, you ask to try to get a tweet off them, or you'd be lucky to get a tweet off them, let alone follow. So if it happens,
have you not asked Ashley yet to give you a tweet?
He's not on social media, mate. He's not on social media.
I'm sure he's hiding. He's probably definitely not on social media. He hides.
Definitely. He'd probably be hiding in Florida somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And as for Richard Masters, he better not be on social media neither. The Premier League are, though. The Premier League are. But I got a follow off Chloe Beresford. She's the Italian football expert as well. She's supposed to be Antina. And yeah, she's absolutely amazing. I mean, if Chloe's watching, if she wants to come on talk about Italian football, she's always welcome to. And I tell you something, she will be absolutely amazing. So
Is she one of the main correspondents in Italy then?
Yeah, she's basically she does like you know, do like column Italian football. I don't know which paper she's at, but she does a column somewhere, and she's amazing. James Horncastle as well. He's an Italian football expert as well. He's top of the league for that. There's a guy called Peter Emmeldon as well. He's a great guy. I saw him once a couple of years ago in Verona. Great guy. And, you know, those are three main ones. Absolutely fantastic. And if I can get one of those guys on and we chat, that'd be amazing. And I spoke to you guys Milan a couple weeks ago, and I spoke to Calcio supporter Jake. He's an Empoli fan. He came and we chat as well. Amazing guy. So I think I'm doing okay, you know.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Sounds good, John. Sounds very good. Good luck to you.
Just gonna thank you very much, man. Thank you, and much appreciate that, you know. So listen, go and get yourself ready for the match, mate. I know you got things to do. You got to look after your missus as well, and your Andy's hope, and hope your son's on his best behaviour at and
let's hope he is.
He needs to, because if he doesn't, you got someone to sort out, and my Lewis as well. And which is great. So did you enjoy coming on again?
All right, thanks, John.
You're welcome, and have a lovely weekend, and enjoy the match.
Come on, England. Come on, England.